What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing well. Today I want to talk about fasting and specifically a 48-hour water-only fast that I just completed yesterday, and the reasons why I did it, some of the benefits I saw from it, and I guess my overall experience from it. So without further ado, let's hop straight into it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. So yesterday I just completed the 48-hour fast. I started Tuesday at 5 p.m. and I finished yesterday, Thursday at 5 p.m. So just to give some context, I tried doing this about a year ago, but I did absolutely no research on it and I miserably failed after about like 24 hours. I just got so hungry and just binged honestly after. So this year I did a lot more research. I followed a lot more of Thomas Delaur's YouTube videos. He's like really scientific based on why fasting is so beneficial. So I'll link his channel down below, but he has some awesome videos that I learned a lot from for fasting reasons. So just to give some context, this year I obviously did a lot more research. I also bought fasting salts, which made a massive difference in the ease of the fast. So what fasting salts basically do is make sure it keeps you hydrated throughout the fast, because that's one thing that's harder to do during a fast without any water is actually being hydrated. Even though you only drink water, a lot of water isn't actually absorbed into like your organs and your muscles and stuff like that. So what the fasting salts do, I think it's a split of sodium, magnesium, and potassium. Is really soaks out water into your organs, your muscles, so that you are hydrated. Because the worst thing you can do on a fast is not be hydrated. Then you'll get lightheaded, you could fall, and yeah, a whole plethora of potential injuries. So that is critical, and that also helped a lot with satiation, just having some salts in my system. So yeah, again, fasting salts is a must if you are doing a fast, I would say beyond 24 hours. So the reason why I did a fast in the first place is I didn't really have like a real reason, I guess you could say, to do a fast. Obviously I don't have to lose any weight or anything like that. It was more so of an experimental kind of thing. I love kind of experimenting new things within the fitness, nutrition realm on my body, see how my body reacts. And I've never ever in my life gone more than 24 hours without food, without a calorie. So that's kind of why I did this fast, just for experimental reasons, see how my body reacted. Obviously I heard a lot about it, did a lot of research on some of the benefits, and I wanted to kind of see how my body took that and how it reacted to it. All right, so quick update. I'm about 42 hours into my fast now. Got 6 hours to go. And honestly, I feel awesome. I'm not hungry at all, no cravings. About right when I woke up, I had some cravings, but I think that was just because I was dehydrated. But yeah, I have absolutely no cravings, especially for like junk food or sweet stuff like that. I'm just looking forward to having like a nice healthy meal to break that fast. But yeah, I feel awesome, not hungry at all, feel pretty normal. Like my focus is unbelievable right now, just crushing out some work on my laptop. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys if anything changes. All right, so 5 p.m. right now, finally gonna break this 48-hour fast. Honestly, not too hungry right now, which is surprising. I thought I'd be starving. Today was a lot easier than yesterday, and I'm not craving any sweets or junk food at all, which is nice. I'm just kind of looking forward to feeding my body whole, nutritious, healthy food. So what I picked up here to break the actual fast is I got some beef broth. Now I meant to go buy some beef bone broth, not just regular beef broth. So I also got some grass-fed collagen here to add to that, and that's going to add the bone part of the broth there, and then also some coconut oil. So from all the research I've done, this seems to be the most effective and one of the best ways to break a fast, because over the course of an extended fast, there's a few things that happen within your organs. So first off, within your gut, kind of dries up over extended fast, and also you build a little bit of bad bacteria. So this mixture will help kind of reinvigorate the gut and kind of get everything flowing back to how it should be. So going to break the fast here with these three things, make a little soup, and then have meal one like maybe half an hour. All right, so it's now 6:30, an hour and a half after I broke my fast with that broth and coconut oil. So now I got meal one, it's a big one. It's gonna fuel me for this big workout I got tonight. So I got some salmon, some avocado, some basmati rice, a lot of banana and watermelon. This is probably the cleanest meal I've had in a very long time. So like I said earlier, I'm not craving any junk food at all. I'm actually craving healthy foods just because I've been realizing how much it actually impacts my lifts and just in my general well-being on a day-to-day basis. So gonna enjoy this and check in with you guys after lift. So I guess we'll just start off with some of the benefits of prolonged fasting. Obviously, the most obvious one is weight loss. So for me personally, I think I lost artificially about 15 pounds because obviously right before I started the fast, I had a giant meal, a lot of water, so I was about like 215. And then the lowest I got to was 200, I think the second day of. So artificially about 215, but realistically about 5 pounds dropped. In the morning of that day before I started the fast, I was about 205 pounds. So yeah, about 5 pounds lost in total. And I would assume some of that is just glycogen depletion, which obviously I'll gain back as I start incorporating more carbs into my diet. So the next benefit is another big one is autophagy, and that just means the cleaning out of the cells. Now from my research, my understanding, it takes about 12, 14, 16 hours to enter into the process of autophagy. And for most people, by the time they have their last meal at night, 12 hours later, they're already eating breakfast. So majority of the population never even enters into this stage of autophagy. And this is bad because obviously the more oxidative stress you have on your cells, the more easily and faster you're gonna age. So yeah, this was a big benefit of fasting. Now, another cool benefit of prolonged fasting that actually a lot of research on was your body's transitioning of energy sources. So obviously if you're on a normal diet, your body's primarily gonna use glycogen, carbs, as your main fuel source. And then once your glycogen stores are depleted, your body's gonna switch over into ketosis, which means that your body's now gonna use fat cells as its primary source of energy. Now, I read a cool stat here that once you're into ketosis, you are fit, especially if you're more overweight, you have 15 to 20x the amount of ketones in your bloodstream as a normal person does. So that means you have a lot more free fatty acids in your bloodstream. And this is where it's very, very important to have a nice, big, healthy meal before you start fasting, because you will feel whatever you had prior to your fast once your body transitions into ketosis. So if you have a garbage meal like a burger, pizza, whatever before the fast, and then once you enter into ketosis, all those free fatty acids that you just had from that meal, it's gonna be deposited into your bloodstream and you're gonna feel like absolute garbage. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend having a big, not necessarily big, but a healthy meal before you start fasting. You're just gonna feel a lot better once your body transitions over to ketosis. Now, another benefit is with your gut health. Now, this is one I didn't do too much research on because I don't have any issues with my gut. But if you have a leaky gut or any gut issues, any digestive issues, fasting can help a lot with that, kind of rebuild new cells, kill all the bad bacteria. There's a lot of research on that. Again, I'll have some links down below of Thomas Delaur talking about this. But yeah, it basically reinvigorates your gut, your organs, your digestive tract, and you just feel you're able to digest and process food a lot more efficiently than if it's obviously all clogged up and stuff. And lastly, one of the big benefits of prolonged fasting is, kind of relates to the gut health that I just spoke about, but is the recolonization of healthy bacteria in your gut, organ, stuff like that. And there's a massive increase in IgA. Now, both of these benefits are shown to be long-term. So if you fast, for me, for example, very rarely, even if you fast a couple times a year, you'll have some of these benefits long-term into the future. So I guess we'll talk about my personal experience with it. So one of the side effects I didn't really expect to happen throughout this fast is I noticed my body temperature was a lot lower. So I felt like I was a lot cold, even though it's summer, it's like 25 degrees out. I felt a lot cold and I was wearing like not t-shirts, I was wearing like hoodies and stuff like that. Overall, I think my body temperature dropped as I had no food in my system for that long. Now, in terms of how I felt, day one was really hard. So obviously I started at 5 p.m. When I woke up, I was kind of hungry. I'm not usually hungry in the morning, but I was more hungry than usual. And then, like I said, about that 24-hour mark, at like 4 or 5 p.m., I got really hungry. I almost broke here. Again, this is my lowest point in the fast. So what I did was a heck of fasting salt, went for a walk, and then it was all good. But this was, I couldn't concentrate because I was so hungry. I had to lay down, take a little nap. Once I got over that, it was, day two was absolutely incredible. Like, I was laser focused. I basically woke up, did work on my laptop from like 9 to like 6 p.m. And I've never been able to focus more than like 2 hours at a time. So this was really cool. I had such like cognitive clarity, and like mental focus was the best probably it's ever been in my life. So I think cognitive function the second day was unbelievable, and I could have easily extended my fast beyond 48 hours. The second day again was so easy. I had no cravings, no hunger at all. I think I could have easily got to like 60 hours, but yeah. Now lastly is, will I ever do it again? And the answer is absolutely 100% I will. I think I'm going to start incorporating a extended period of fast, like 36, 48 hours, once a quarter or so, just because the effects are so profound. And it's actually been shown a lot of fasting benefits are more powerful than a lot of Western medicine. So I think I'm going to start doing these once a quarter, but on a day-to-day basis, I actually already do intermittent fasting. So like 15, 16 hours. I usually have my last meal at like 8, 9 p.m. and then have my first meal at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. So that concludes the video. Overall, awesome experience. Definitely will do that again in the future. If you guys enjoyed the video to learn anything from it, or if you've done your own fast, comment down below how your experience was it, how long you fasted for, what your benefits and the results that you saw from it, or yeah, we can have a chat. So yeah, again, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Peace out.